All right. So, as I like to say with these things, as long as everything is working the way that it should be working, then we are live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written in Melanin channel. Wherever this day may have found you, I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Chelsea, and I write books about Black girls who aren't all that nice. So, we are here to be productive, and as you guys can probably tell from the thumbnail, this is for March Madness. So, what is March Madness? Obviously, I think it's a basketball reference. I don't know. I don't do sports. But I know that it's some type of thing that happens in March, whatever. But the writer's edition, what you need to know, is that for the writer's edition of March Madness, we are sprinting, we are writing, we are holding each other accountable. So, the goal is to basically get these words in and to meet our goals. Part of the reason we decided to do this, and by we, I mean myself, Amanda the author, Amanda Ross, however you know her, but also Ash Writes Lots from Ash Writes Lots. We decided that, we were talking about it, and I was just kind of like, in November, towards the end of the year, you have NaNoWriMo and gearing up for NaNoWriMo and then recovering from NaNoWriMo. And then in the middle of the year, you kind of have like Camp NaNo. So I was just like, there's really nothing at the beginning of the year, especially around March, because, January, February, you're like, it's the beginning of the year. Got to do great. Got to get all these words in. Got to do these goals or whatever. But for the beginning of the year, it's just kind of like, yes. So, as you start getting along, you start to slow down and that momentum gets kind of lost. So, March Madness is to like help fill that, to like be like, hey, we're still doing sprints. So, the goal is to have sprints ongoing for the most part of the day. This is like a brand new event for all of us and kind of impromptu. So it's just the three of us. And basically, if you check in the description box below, I have the schedule, but I'm sprinting Monday through Thursday, like I told you guys that I would until I meet my deadline. And Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to roughly 4 p.m. Might be more than that, might be less than that. Y'all know how that goes. And Amanda sprints after me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She sprints from 2 to 5. And then Ash sprints on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday from 6 to 8. So if you want to be productive, you have people to be productive with. So yeah. Also, hello to everyone coming in. So hello, Benjamin. Ash is here. She's also one of the co-hosts for March Madness, like I told you guys. So she is linked down in the description box below if you want to check out her channel. She does have her sprints already set up, so you feel free to click the subscribe button or the notify button or whatever it is that you need to do so that you don't forget. But yeah, also Leia is here. Hello, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. And y'all know today's Monday, so let me know what y'all are working on in the chat. As for me, y'all see this word count goal. I got 4,200 words. I got 4,200 words I need to get done today. That is my own doing because I did not write on Thursday or Friday. I got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I was like, I'm tired. I definitely overextended myself last week. And then I also was like, I need to get to a point. I got to a point rather in the story where I was just like, oh, snap. I need to figure out how some of these characters are going to get where they're going to be. And I also need to figure out some of like the dynamics because I was kind of sitting with myself and talking to Ben a little bit. And I was just like, I have to end this book at some point. Right. So I was just like, okay, trying to figure out where I'm going to end it at, where book 3 is going to pick up at, and also trying not to repeat scenes, because I think there are definitely some aspects that are important, but I don't want to like keep doing the same thing over again. So there was a lot to figure out. I spent most of Saturday figuring that out. So hopefully today we could just like actually get these words in. Also, La came in. Hello, welcome, friend. Hope you're doing well. What are you working on today? Let us know. And yeah, It's currently 11:06 my time, so we will hop into the first sprint. 10 minutes after, give people time to like migrate, come in, get set up. This is your reminder to make sure you grab your water, grab your snacks, grab whatever it is that you need to grab in order for you to be productive. As for me, I don't have snacks. Me and Ben are doing this new intermittent fasting thing, so our window opens up at noon. So we'll see how my brain is pre-food, but hopefully it'll be okay. I feel okay right now, so hopefully we'll be all right. But yeah. I know that I'm working on chapter 18. And I know that what I have here, it's like roughly, I don't know, like 200 some odd words. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of that. Only because I feel like it was like setting me up to be in a direction that I just did not want to go in with the story. So we're just, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of those. So, yeah. So in total, I got like 4,500 words that I need to get done today. But I feel like it's still accomplishable. I feel like I can still accomplish this. So, as for today, I'm going to try really hard to stay on time with the sprints and the breaks so that we can get as much done as possible. So if y'all see me rambling and going past time, stop me. Tell me about myself, okay? Because we need to get stuff done. We need to be productive. So yeah. Let's see here. Lau said I'm working on Chaos Bar today. I also have to make up for not writing much over the weekend. Same. Leia said, continue to work on my sci-fi novel, trying to stop going backward in editing and actually moving forward with my chapters. Yeah, that is the I don't want to say with the Achilles heel of editing as you go. I always recommend just go editing the chapter that you're on and not going backwards. So for me, like I'm working on chapter 18, so I'm not going to go back and edit like chapter 16 right now. If I know that there are things that I need to change, like I know for a fact, like this morning I was like, oh, I need to go back and change like just a mild sentence at the end of like chapter 15, I want to say. So I'm just making a note to myself. I have a page in OneNote where it's just like, you know, editing notes where it's just like, hey, when I'm done with the draft, go back and make sure that this makes sense, or to go back and change this. You know, it's nothing major that needs to be done right now, but it's like, let's not forget that this only works if this is done, you know? So yeah. Got to get like 3,000 words in. You got this. You got this. You're going to be productive and you're going to kill it. It's going to be amazing. I believe in you. Let's see here. Last said, I'll try, but I make no promises. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? All we can do is do our best, right? That's it. But, I'm feeling optimistic. I always feel optimistic on Mondays, I guess, but we'll see how I feel if I still feel this way at the start of the sprint. Come Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll see. We will see. But we are coming up on this first sprint. So as a reminder, timer will be on the screen. I'll put 30 minutes on the clock. There will be chill hop in the background, and there is no sound for the timer. So when you hear me talking to you again, that means that your time is up. So time to come back, share with the class what you have done. So we are going to be productive. We're going to smash our word count goals, and we're going to do amazing. We're going to do amazing. We're just going to claim that for ourselves. Yeah. But yeah, it is 10 minutes after. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this first sprint. Happy sprinting, you guys. Good luck. And I'll talk to you in 30 minutes. All right, you guys, that is it for that first sprint. So let me know how you did, what you did, all that good stuff. I'm going to finish the sentence so that I don't forget what I was trying to say, and then we will reconvene. So, yeah, let me know how you guys did. And I am not going to forget to start the time this time because y'all know how I can get. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. As of right now, I am up to 269 words. So, and I started out with a negative 254. So, I got 523 words this sprint. So, not too bad, not too shabby. I am basically rewriting the beginning of chapter 18, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I kind of like it a little better than what it was before. I just feel like this is a little smoother, a little bit more like, I don't know, like I like for my world building to feel like it's just ingrained in the world. And like, I don't know. I didn't like how it was before. It just felt very like choppy and not very like meh. It felt very forced. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. This feels a little bit more like where I'm trying to go. It's definitely something that's going to need to be like tweaked and cleaned up in editing later on, but I think this is the direction that I definitely want to go in. So feeling pretty good about it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Like I said, I'm going to take that advice for the week and only make notes, but not go back. Thanks for that. Oh, awesome. I'm glad I could help. Yeah. Just remember to stay focused. Keep the main thing, right? That's what Ben and his best friend always say. Keep the main thing. So, just yeah, make notes. Come back to it when you're ready, but don't get lost in the sauce, as they say. Let's see here. Don't forget the timer. I didn't, but thank you for the reminder. Let's see here. That went great for me. 695 words. Whoop, whoop. Love it. La said, I wrote some words in a new scene to try and figure out how I want to move the plot around. Awesome. Sounds good. I feel like that's the thing about writing. Like sometimes you have to just like start writing to be like, is this the direction that I want to move in? I don't know. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but it's always good to like figure it out and be like, okay, this is it. Because that's kind of the place that I was at. I was just like, this isn't bad, but it's not good either. It's not where I want to go. This isn't like the piece that I want. So, hopefully this will be a good chapter. I think it'll be good. This is going to hopefully, I'm hoping for this chapter to give some answers, but also lay the groundwork for some things that are going to be coming up and being dealt with in book 3. So, hopefully, I think that's why it's giving me a little bit of trouble, because I'm just kind of like, I want to lay the groundwork properly, but I also don't want to write myself into a hole, if that makes sense. So we'll see. That's why I say it'll need some editing. But yeah. Also, before I forget, you guys, I am going to be doing a live interview later on today with the Black Prose Club. Black Prose Club. They chose my book, We Are the Origin, for their first quarter read of 2023. So they're doing a live discussion on their channel. I want to say later this month on like the 23rd or something like that. I have to double check the date. But I am going to be doing an interview with them tonight. It'll be at either 7 or 8. I have to double check the time because I know there has been a little miscommunication with that, but it'll be tonight, and their video is already, not the video, but like the live stream is already set up. So I will drop the link in the comments or the chat, one or the other. And yeah, if you guys feel like checking it out, I would appreciate it. But I'm excited, you guys. It'll be, I think it'll be the first interview that I do this year. Is it the first interview I did? No, I did one with Black and published, but I am excited to talk to them about it. I think this is the first time that I've talked to anyone who has like read my book for a book club. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Yeah. Got the link. Dropping it in the chat now. So that's me. I'll be there, and I will drop it in the description box as well, so that if anyone's watching this in the future, you can still grab the link and watch the replay should you want to. But yeah. That being said, ooh, I forgot that I tweaked this. So let's see here. Let me adjust. There we go. Okay. Cool. La said, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love talking to people about writing, y'all. So I'm really excited about it. Hopefully they enjoyed my book, because if they didn't, that's going to be really awkward, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, something that I wanted to mention that I've been kind of working on, something that I did this past weekend on like Friday over the weekend. I updated my website. So if you guys haven't visited the Written in Melanin website, for sure check that out. But I also updated my Patreon services. So if you guys were like curious about it, it is like actually more defined now. Mostly it's going to be, there are different tiers now. Before it was just one tier, because I was just like trying to set it up. So if you wanted to support, you had a way to do it. But there are different tiers now, and I'm really excited about the stuff that I got to add to it. So the first tier is like private sprints. The first one we did this past weekend on Saturday morning, and we just got together and we talked, and it's a little different than how we do YouTube, because like I'm here and you guys are in the chat, but the private sprints are in Discord, and we're actually like talking to each other. So it's a conversation, and we also talk about writing, and we also talk about, just regular writing stuff that you can't always talk about in depth in a chat. So that was really fun. We got to do that. And then also I'm going to be talking / making posts about publishing. So you guys know that I do the podcast, but as I've been like doing this podcast and I've been like posting more YouTube videos, I realized that there are like questions and stuff that people have that I have things that I know that I'm just kind of like, oh, I could like share this. I could talk about this a little bit more in depth. So I'm planning to like actually make posts about that for my Patreon, and like give them opportunities to like ask questions and like actually pick the topics and stuff that I'm going to be discussing. What else? Oh, next here, y'all know I love anime. So one of the things that I decided to do is I'm going to actually start making videos breaking down anime and why I think some storytelling is good and what works as from a storytelling aspect. It's kind of the same thing that I did for the wrong kind of weird or whatever, how I talked about it more from an author aspect than a reader aspect, but I'm hoping to be able to do that with anime as well. And then the $20 tier is a monthly discussion with me. It's basically like getting me as like a big sister as a writer, right? Like once a month we'll sit down, we'll schedule time, and we'll talk, and we'll talk about writing, and I'll answer whatever questions that you have, and hopefully be able to help people on their author journey so that they can be successful and do what it is that they want to do. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I spent a lot of time getting that set up, so I'm looking forward to it. All that to say that if you guys are interested, then the link is down in the description box below, as well as like below my image on screen. But yeah, I wanted to share that because I don't know, I feel like so much of writing is just like opaque, and like, what am I supposed to be doing? How do I do this? How does this work? What's the best way to go about this? Do I need to do X, Y, and Z? And I don't think it should be that way. And I'm just kind of like, I've noticed that sometimes, especially as indie authors, as we move through this industry and we figure things out, sometimes we like to keep things to ourselves. And I try to share as much as I can freely, but also I know that there's something valuable in just being able to like talk to someone and ask them very specific questions about your own journey, to be like, I'm doing this. How do you feel about it? And that kind of became apparent to me because one of my clients, he was just like, you know, can you help me with my summary? So we've been working over the past like week or so, just improving his summary so that he's ready to, you know, like market his book and such. And it's been nice to be able to be like, hey, been there, done that, I got you, you know? So yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys in case anybody was interested. So yeah. Also, if you don't want to sign up for the Patreon, I do offer the same services on my website. So you can just like book a regular call with me if that's something that you're interested in. But that being said, enough about me and my services. I'm not going to continue to ramble about it. Just know that it's there. And if you would like my help on in a more one-on-one manner, I do offer that and it's available. So that being said, you guys, that is our 10-minute break. We are going to go ahead and hop into this next sprint. Like I said before, 30 minutes on the clock, chill hop in the background. And when you hear me talking to you again, that means time is up. I will probably have to turn my camera off very briefly so that I can go get some food because our window's opening and I'm hungry. So other than that, you guys, hope you are productive and I will talk to you in 30 minutes. Let's get this done. All right, lovely people. That is it for that sprint. So let me know how you did, what you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I am up to 591 words. It's going a little bit slower because I realize that I am doing this thing where I feel like, okay, it's kind of a follow my train of thought, right? when I released We Are the Origin, one of the things that I was told from my beta readers is to add more description. So now I'm kind of like hyper aware of how much description I add to things. And so I kind of find myself sometimes falling into this trap of like trying to overly describe things when it's just like, I don't really need to be spending as much time on this as I am, because I'm just like, this is something that I can come back to and describe in full later, right? But it's also something where I'm just kind of like, I don't know, that's not my forte. So I don't want to like fall down this rabbit hole of like trying to be like, oh, it looks like this or it looks like that, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I personally am more concerned about what someone is doing versus what they look like, because I'm like, they can look like however you want them to look like, you know, within reason, because like all of my characters are black unless I say otherwise. But, you know, as far as everything else, how tall they are, how short they are, you know, what they look like, I'm cool with that unless it's something like super significant. I'm not really picky about stuff like that. So trying to like keep myself from falling down that rabbit hole, and also trying to make my characters' personalities like have personality, except especially some of these new characters. So getting that worked out. Ooh, that crack in my voice was not cute. And then also Ben brought me some food because yeah, I was hungry. So next sprint I would probably finish up eating, get some water, get up out of this chair for a little bit, and then hit it with a vengeance, because we are trying to get done. We are trying to be productive. So shout out to Locked Booktition and Read Love Listen, who came in while we were writing. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope that your Monday and your week is starting out well. Yeah. Let's see here. La said, I think my scene jump helped. Words are semi-flowing. That's good. Because I also feel like once the words start going, I feel like it's so much easier to like find that rhythm and find that flow and be like, yeah, I got this. And then it's easier to come back. It's like, I don't know, it's like momentum. I know it's crazy to think like that, but I think it's like it's real, you know? Like once you get going, it's a lot easier to keep yourself going than to like start at a place that's difficult, you know? Let's see here. Ben said, I think you should write the way you normally do and let your editor tell you where to add in more description. That way you don't get caught up on small details that don't affect the story. Yeah, that's where I'm going. And I think the other thing is, for me, as far as like describing things, part of it is I need to know what things look like so I can understand how characters are moving through the space, especially when they're talking and stuff, to make sure that everything has purpose. So I think that's part of it. But then another part of it is just like, I wanted to make sure that it gives off this feeling of, you know, the characters are feeling some type of way being in this space, because it's a new space that they've never been in before. And so I want them to like have a certain kind of reaction to it. So trying to make sure that my descriptions match their reaction to it, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want them to be walking into like a regular, boring room and be like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Like, no, I want it to match. So trying to make sure that makes sense is kind of what I fell into. But also just trying to figure out the order of operations for some of these things. So over the weekend, I like planned out like how I want some of the characters to move through the space and how they're going to like interact and whose conversation is going to come first. But also navigating them into the space is something that I'm like, I need to think about this. I need to think about this. So that's kind of my challenge as of right now. But hopefully now that I have food in my system, it'll be a little bit easier, because I was definitely like starting to get distracted, because I was really sitting here like, man, when was the last time Brandy ate? And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't, but I'm hungry, so I'm trying to figure out when she ate. That doesn't make any sense, but that's where we were at. So I'm gonna finish eating my lunch, so y'all don't get like these really intricate descriptions of food for like absolutely no reason at all. But yeah. Let's see here. Last said, good food is needed. I would probably get food too. Yeah, definitely. So this is your reminder, since I haven't said it yet. Remember to stretch, breathe, drink some water, get some food, take some deep breaths, whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, you guys, because we don't want nobody being hurt or passing out while we're trying to be productive, right? So I'm definitely going to be getting up out of this chair on the next sprint because I need to make sure my blood is staying flowing. So yeah. Let's see here. Yes, eat your lunch, but I also love food descriptions. Look, man, last time I did a food description, people were like, so send me a recipe. And I'm like, bruh, I absolutely cannot do that for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But, I don't know. I might have a food scene in here. Most of the time, I like to skip over stuff like that because it's just like, I don't know, in my mind, regular stuff. When you're reading a fantasy, you want the fantasy stuff, but I don't know. I might add in a food description, especially since they're in a new place. We'll see. But the other thing for me is I really don't eat meat, and so like my food descriptions tend to lack that, and I don't want to be like, oh, this is lame because there's no meat in it. So I don't know. I don't know, you guys, but we will figure it out. But I don't know. It's a struggle getting the balance. But I guess I could. I'll think about it. I will think about it. But how are y'all doing? I know some people came in, so like, what are y'all working on? Let me know. Also, I said this in the beginning, so if you just came in, this is a reminder that today I'm trying really hard to stay on time with the timers. So when the time is up, we are jumping into the next sprint regardless. So if you need to do anything, now is your time to do so. I'm trying to get as much done as possible because today is packed, you guys. Like, I got up super early this morning and I feel like I've been going like nonstop since I got up. Like right before I had to hop on stream, I was running to the post office, and y'all, I am so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself because I literally was walking in the house like 3 minutes before I was supposed to start this stream. But I have sold a copy of the limited edition. So I have 2 copies left, and I'm really excited about that because I never really thought that I would like sell out of my whole stock of the limited edition. And it's just kind of like, yeah, I have 2 copies left, and once they're gone, they're gone. And it's just like, that's kind of cool, you know? But the reason why I'm not getting any more in stock is because I'm heavily considering doing like a bundle so that if someone finds out about, you know, like We Are the Origin from We Are Dying Gods, they can like go to my website and buy both books at one time if that's something that they want to do. So I'm considering doing that. And if I am going to do that, then I don't want to have a whole bunch of extra stock of the limited edition. Only because it costs money to keep stuff in stock. So trying to figure out what would be best and what people might be interested in. But at this point, it's kind of hard to tell. And also that's like not my priority right now. My priority right now is like finishing the book and to kind of just stay on top of things because for whatever reason, I like to like overcommit myself to doing things and be like, yeah, I got time to do this. I got time to do that. I'm gonna do everything. And I'm just like, okay, okay, Chelsea. So right now I'm just kind of like, I want to finish the book. I want to make sure that my Patreon content is coming out regularly. My newsletter is going out regularly. And I want to get back to posting pre-recorded videos on the YouTube channel. So those are my like priorities right now. But I also have like the podcast, and I'm hoping to bring the Melanin chat back as well. So I have a meeting with Audra to discuss that. But I'm also like, I'm also doing a lot of collaborations with other people this month. So I'm going to be a moderator for the Weeknight Writers panel. So I'm going to be a moderator for that. And then I'm also going to be joining Morgan on her channel next Sunday to stream with her for writing sprints. And then I also have an interview with an author that I'm really excited about later on this week. And then I still have like my coaching / mentoring clients. So I'm just trying to make sure that I have like a balance for everything. But yeah. So far, so good. Let's see here. Getting in some time on the exercise bike before lunch. Awesome. I like when there's food descriptions and a recipe. Fantasy recipes. Okay, I will consider that. I will seriously consider that. Food descriptions give it a little more realism, and I have to finish some stages of painting before writing today, so that's my productivity task. Awesome. Will you be making time to breathe as well? Absolutely not. I do all of this while holding my breath. I don't understand this breathing concept that you speak of. But yeah. But you guys, I'm not going to run my mouth. Time is up, so we are going to jump into this next sprint. So y'all know how this works. 30 minutes on the clock. Chill, hop in the background. When you hear me talking to you again, that is time up. Share what you did with everyone. But yeah, I am here, but I am turning my camera off so that I can like eat and not have that recorded for prosperity on the internet. But yeah, that's it. Jump into this next sprint, and good luck, everyone. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I'm up to 935 words. So making my way. Feeling a lot better now that I've gotten some of this like major description out of the way, and now that I have like a clear grasp on this new character's personality. I had an idea of what she was gonna be like in my mind, because like this scene that I had in my mind was like clear before I ever started writing book 2, before I was even done with book 1. But now that I'm actually at this point, like her personality, now that I'm actually having to write it, is like completely different from what I thought it was going to be. But I honestly think it's better. So I am feeling pretty good about that. Also, I don't know. I like this dynamic so far that's being written. I kind of have to see where it's going to take me, but we'll see. We'll see. I also spent a good portion of that break just kind of like touching base with a couple of other people. So, if you guys refresh this page in the description box, you will have the direct link to Amanda's sprints. They start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I know our sprints are going to overlap a little bit, but you can either dual wield or for sure check hers out. This is going to be her first time doing writing sprints, I believe. So really excited for that. What else? Also, I need y'all to know that Audra is a menace. Okay? Tell me why I'm over here trying to be productive, and here she come trying to be funny. And I'm trying to like keep my cool and stuff, and she's over here just cracking joke after joke, and I'm like, you know what? You know what, ma'am? You a menace to my brain. I love her. I love her so much. But also, I know better than to try to talk to Audra and be productive at the same time, because the two cannot happen. Because I can't. Y'all ever, I don't know if y'all ever had this moment, but it's just like, y'all know when y'all was like in high school and a teacher set you and your friend next to each other and they tell you not to talk, and you're like, cool, but then y'all end up talking anyway, and then you end up laughing, and then you get in trouble because you laughing and talking when you're supposed to be working. Yeah, that's what it feels like being with Audra, like talking to Audra. It's just like, I'm supposed to be productive right now, and here she got me cackling and stuff. I'm glad that the mic is muted. Otherwise, y'all be like, Chelsea, what's wrong with you? And I wouldn't be able to tell you. So anyway, yeah, that's my story. Let's see here. Leia is back, got 456 words. La said, I'm chugging along in the scene, moving towards the serious stuff. Ooh. Also, 8, good. Take care of yourself. Also, this is your reminder, if you are listening to this, to stretch, breathe, drink some water, eat some food, get up out of your chair, do the Macarena, whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself, keep your blood flowing, make sure you are doing that. Let's see here. Locked Booktician is back. Hey. Read, Love, Listen said, I spent that time eating, then cleaned a bit, got about 78 words in. Awesome. I don't know why I can't write if something isn't clean. Working on getting my characters off their spaceship. Got you. That sounds fun. Spaceships. I don't know. Okay. Y'all, answer me this. Can you write a fantasy set in space? Because I feel like as soon as you say it's set in space, it automatically becomes a sci-fi. But I'm also like, me personally, I write fantasy mostly because sci-fi has like really strict rules that are grounded in the real world, and you have to be able to explain stuff. I can't explain to you crap, man, but I can make sure that it's interesting. And so, but I feel like once you say that something is set in space, it's automatically sci-fi. So how do y'all feel about that? Do you think that some story set in space is automatically sci-fi, or do you think that you can have like a legit fantasy set in space? Let me know what you think, because I am curious. Let's see here. I'm working on assessments and homework for this PhD program. Okay. You better get that degree. I respect it. I am definitely not built for school, either teaching it or being a part of a program, but I seriously respect everybody who does it. So I'm wishing you all the best, ma'am. Truly. Let's see here. Relief Listen said, Star Wars is a sci-fantasy. Look at it. Look at it compared to most sci-fi. Okay. Okay. I said sci fantasy is fine. I think you can have a fantasy set in space. Okay, cool. Because that's what I need in my life. Because I have an idea for like space pirates, but also I can't write the science part of it. I can't. It's not in me. So, let's see here. Like I said, the only way I can do sci-fi is because my hubs is very into science and he can make it make sense. That's the part that I struggle with. I can't making it make sense. It go straight over my head. I'm just like, I don't know. It just works. I can't explain to you the technology. I'm not going to sit here and do all the research so that I can explain the technology. It is what it is. And if I make up this completely random thing to make the story work, don't question me. Don't ask me how it works, where it came from. Like, Chelsea, you can't just do that. I absolutely can. It's my story and I can do what I want. That's how I be feeling. But yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Cameo is here. Hello. Welcome, Cameo. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay. My fantasy has celestial elements. That's why I lean towards calling it sci-fi fantasy. Got you. And I think that's the thing. Like, where do we draw the line at for science fiction and then fantasy? Because honestly, once you have enough science, it becomes magic, right? I think N.K. Jemisin said that. I know she said that in her masterclass, but I don't know if she's the originator of that quote. But I'm just kind of like, where do you draw the line? Like, at what point does it become purely fantasy? Because I also feel like sometimes there are some books that are classified as sci-fi, and I'm like, that's purely fantasy. And there's some fantasy books that are, did I say that? I feel like people interchange them. They're not always interchangeable. You know, like if there's some books that are purely sci-fi that are like just straight up. They're not fantasy. It's science fiction. It's completely different in my mind. You know, but I digress. I think fantasy settings can happen in space. Sci-fi feels more like space travel and technology based, more so than fantasy. Got you. Okay. I think the difference is the level of detail you give your science. Well, my science ain't gonna have no detail because that was not my strong suit. I was good at reading and I was good at math. Science and social studies, didn't need those. I mean, like, it was not my forte. Chemistry, I'm not gonna lie, I liked chemistry. I liked chemistry because chemistry made sense to me. I did not like any of those biologies and like earth science. That crap, man, was not for me. It wasn't for me because I remember taking like, is it earth science or natural science? I don't know. But we had taken in like 9th grade and we out here studying rocks and we were like, what's the difference between a metamorphic and a sedentary rock? And I was like, who cares? What? I'm not going to be out here looking at rocks being like, oh, here's a metamorphous rock. Like, what? Why am I learning this? This is completely useless. And then when I pointed that out to my teacher, he was looking at me like, but you have to learn it. And I realized now that he was like straight out of college and he didn't want to be there. And he was just doing Teacher for America. He was basically just doing Teacher for America. He was just trying to get his loans forgiven. And I was out here asking him these big brain questions like, why do we have to learn this? Why is this in the curriculum? Like, he's out here making it. He just had a job. I made that man's life so hard. But that's how what? It was rant. I was triggered. I'm sorry. I'm going to let that go. Whew. Not a science girly over here, though. Truly. Let's see here. Mine would be a sci-fi, be a science fantasy. I think that you can have a fantasy in space, especially when they add dynasty or certain creatures. John Carter, Flash Gordon, and Foundation are sci fantasy, in my opinion. I love fantasy elements in my sci-fi. Okay. Cool. I have a futuristic tech world mixed with magic and mythology. My goddess has tech and magic. That's so cool, man. That's dope. I want to read that. That sounds amazing. That sounds fun. Let's see here. Ben said, any science that is advanced enough becomes indistinguishable from magic. Yeah. I love science, but hate most science teachers and professors. They are always jerks. I can't say anything because I did not like any of my science teachers in school. None of them. And me, okay, side note, and there's not enough time on this timer, so I'm not going to get into it, but I need y'all to know that in college, I had to take a physics class, and me and my lab professor almost got into a fight. And it was just like, I'm grown. You not finna talk to me crazy like, because bruh, I am not the one, okay? I am not here for a physics degree, okay? I'm here for an arts degree. All right? Don't play with me, bruh. Don't play with me. And I'm literally, I can be the worst sometimes, y'all, for real. Like for real. So yeah, I hope he's having a bad day. I hope wherever it is, I hope it is raining on that man's freaking parade. That's how I feel. But I digress. We gonna let that go. I'm gonna go to therapy and let that go. Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe next week. Maybe not. We'll see. But that being said, we are up for our timer, so we're gonna get back into these sprints to be productive. So 30 minutes on the clock, chill hop in the back. Hope you guys are productive, and I will I will talk to you guys in 30 minutes. Happy sprinting. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I'm up to 1,583 words, so making good time. I honestly cannot complain. This scene is getting a little bit easier. I had to take a minute to like go through go through my notes and make sure that everything was in line with where it needed to be, because one of these characters is significantly older than Brandy, and I had worked out all the math so that it makes sense in the timeline. So I was just like, let me go and make sure that this character is acting appropriate for their age. So I did that, and then also working on some, I don't know if I would call it a reveal, because I feel like after some of the other stuff that I've revealed in this story, this doesn't necessarily feel like a reveal at this point. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let's see here. Moniqua came in while we were sprinting. So hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. Hope your week is off to a great start. Let's see here. Wrote about 1,500 words. Dope. Did you write that in one sprint or like in totality? Like so far today? Because if you wrote that in one 30-minute sprint, ma'am, I am impressed. Like, you better get these words in. You better get these words in. Let's see here. Leia got 422 words. Awesome. Law said this scene is evolving and kind of stitching things together, so that's good. Oh, I love when a scene evolves. I love when scenes become more than what you think they are. Because that's kind of how I feel about chapter 18 and kind of the stuff that I know is coming after this. Because I know that like the characters that I wanted to introduce that I told you guys about is they're becoming something that I didn't think that they were going to be, but they're like evolving with the story. So I think it'll make it better than just being like forcing the characters to be what I originally thought they were going to be, if that makes sense. But yeah. Let's see here. Gonna go make some lunch and go to a meeting, but I'll be back later. See you in a bit. Awesome. I hope you have a good lunch and a great meeting. And if I am not sprinting, I know that Amanda will be sprinting. So there'll be a link in the description box for her channel. So if you need to find it, you can go there. And she's also featured on my channel. So just a heads up. But have a great day if we are not here when you come back. Yeah. Let's see here. She said, in one sprint, also is spring break and not the crotch fruit. Oh my God. I'm dead. Oh, snap. She said the crotch fruit. Okay. Okay. Is with his dad so I can focus. Oh, gotta love that. I love when it's just like when everything lines up and you're like, yeah, I can sit down and get these words out. So 1,500 in one sprint, that is amazing. That is impressive. And I respect it. Because I thought I was doing something with my little thousand words, but nah, here you come. Just knocking it out the park. Love that for you. Love that for you. What kind of story are you working on? I am curious. But yeah, as for me, it is 1:49. Like I said, y'all, Amanda is doing her first writing sprint at 2:00. So I am torn between wanting to keep sprinting to remain productive and also wanting to like end a little bit early today so that we can go over there and support her. I don't know. How are y'all feeling? If I end the stream early, will y'all go over there and sprint with Amanda? Because I know that, like I said, this is our first one and I want to support. But yeah, let me know. It's polyerotic. You know what? I remember you tweeting about that. Because this is your first one, right? Writing a story like that that's polyamorous. Because I feel like I saw that on my timeline. Let's see here. Relief Listen said I got 127 words that round. Whoop whoop. Love that. Let's see here. La said let's support Amanda. Yeah. Cameo said definitely. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So after the timer is up, you guys, I am going to go ahead and call this stream it for today, and we can all migrate over to Amanda's channel so we can support her and make sure that at the very least her first writing sprint goes well. And also I'm gonna lie, I'll be a little selfish and like I'm gonna get up out of this chair and like get comfortable. But yeah, let's do that. Let's do it. Pretty sure I dropped the link already, but just in case anybody got here a little later on. Copy. Here we go. Here is the link to Amanda's channel. I just dropped it in the chat, so be sure to check it out. But let's see here. Yes, it's my first, and I hope I'm doing it justice. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I have confidence. I have faith in you. I don't know. I feel like as an author, as long as you're having fun with your story and you're not writing anything problematic, then it's very hard to mess something up, especially within the realm of like fiction. Like, that's just my personal opinion. It could be entirely skewed and biased, but I don't know. I feel like when you as the author enjoy what it is that you are writing and, you know, you put in the I don't say proper effort because that sounds so elitist, but like you put the proper effort into it, I feel like it's very hard to like not do something justice, especially when you're aware that you want to do something justice, you know? That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Let's see here. Let's listen. Say, yes, that sounds good. I'm retwisting a few of my locks on this break. Hey, I feel that. I was literally talking to Ben because like I'm growing my hair out, right? And I was like, part of me was like, yo, I could just like go get this cut and get it colored and keep rocking the style that I have been for like the longest. But then another part of me is just like, bruh, I've already grown it out this far. I might as well keep growing it out and then just like get braids, because that was my initial thought. But I'm also like, bruh, buying product is expensive and I don't like it. But then I'm also like, getting my hair cut is also expensive. I don't know why living costs so much money. Like, what is this? It's a scam. It's a scam, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to go back to my free trial. Thank you very much. Because I did not sign up for this. Did not sign up for this. But yeah. That being said, we have about 2-ish minutes before we call it quits on this stream and head over to Amanda's stream. I did drop the link in the chat. It's also in the description box below. So you have no excuses. You have no excuses because Amanda's also featured on my channel. So there are lots of ways to get to her channel and get to her stream. That being said, as for me, I will be in her stream. I will be continuing to write. So, I will probably continue my updates on Twitter. So if you guys don't follow me there, it's CLockhartWrite. Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need to tell you guys before my 2 minutes is up? I think that's it. If you guys would like a copy of We Are Dying Gods, the pre-order is up on my website. The pre-order box is still available as of right now, although, you know, it is limited. So make sure you grab your copy before they are all sold out. And what else? Yeah. We Are Dying Gods is going to have paperback, ebook, hardback, all of that. If you want the audiobook of We Are the Origin, that's also available on Audible and like Scribd, and you can also request it at your local library, so feel free to do that. If you're watching this in the future, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you just got here, a reminder that for the next 10 days, something like that, from now until the March 24th, we are doing March Madness. It is me, Amanda, and Ash, and we are hosting writing sprints on our channel, so that basically you have sprints to hop in at any point during the day. Our schedules are on the thumbnail and listed in the description box below. But yeah, after me is Amanda, and then tomorrow, Tuesday, Ash and I are sprinting, so I'll be streaming from 11 to 4, and then Ash will pick up at 6 o'clock, and she'll be streaming from 6 to 8. So yeah, that's the whole thing. If you'd like to sign up for my Patreon, support me and my books, feel free to do that. I would appreciate it. If you have questions about authoring and would like to discuss that with me one-on-one personally, I do have mentoring services that are down in the description box below. $20 gets you an hour of my time, and we can talk about any and everything, answer all your questions. So yeah, that's it. Can't we stay and talk until Amanda goes live? Sure. I don't see why not. Let's see here. I just cut all my hair off by a professional. I need to post about it. Yes, honestly, I love having my hair short, y'all. I really do. I love waking up and knowing that I don't got to do nothing to my hair. I ain't got to twist it. I ain't got to comb it. All I have to do is brush it and keep it moving, right? But also, to get my hair cut by a professional, I have to pay said professional. And I'm just like, bruh, I don't know if I'm cut out for this life. I am a very frugal girly, and I'm just kind of like, the reason my hair is growing out right now, y'all, is because I did not want to pay a professional to cut it. That's why I have hair currently. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Cool. That's what it is. This is what it's going to be. Let's see here. As an FYI, the Polynesian community has access not to use poly. Some alternatives are polyam or non-monogamous. I did not know that. So, yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. Relove Listen said, everything is so expensive now. I remember when I could get a design on all my nails with acrylic and petty for $60 to $80 with a tip. I found a nail tech and she quoted me $300. Yo, can we talk about that? Because that's ridiculous. Okay. This is my rant, and then I'm going to hop off so that we can go over to Amanda's channel because her stream starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But the way that me and Ben went to McDonald's this weekend, and we spent almost $20 at McDonald's for 2 people for some McChickens and fries, bruh. I was like, ain't never again happening in this world. Never again. Because I refuse. I rebuke thee. Okay? I am not spending $20 at freaking McDonald's. Like, what? Are you kidding me? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am not about it. I'm not living that life. No. Anyway, but the nail thing, that is also ridiculous. Like, okay, also the hair thing, and then I'm for real going to get off so we can migrate. But who told these new girlies that you ain't got to wash hair? Who told them that? Like, why would I book you for an appointment if I have to wash and blow dry my hair myself? What the fuck am I paying you for? Like, what is your job description at this point? If I have to buy the product and do all the hard work myself, what am I coming to you for? What am I paying you for? And then you have the nerve to be like, if you're 5 minutes late, I'm canceling your appointment. Bruh, who are you? The Pope? Like, what? But then you have the nerve to be 15, 20 minutes late to my appointment or to be double booking. Bruh. I don't know who you are. I don't know what hustle life y'all been seeing, but this is not how you keep clients. This is not how you do business. Y'all out, some of these new girls out here looking mad unprofessional, and I'm like, you will not catch me dead paying nobody no 3-digit numbers to do my hair, and they talk about you need to wash and dry your own hair, blow dry it, bring your own hair, and leave a tip. No, hell nah. Absolutely not. I am if I have to do all of that at this point, you're a cousin, and I'm about to run you like $30, especially if I'm sitting in your house. Nope, it's not happening. That is my rant. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No. Let's see here. I say get some braids, maybe a fun color. That's what I was thinking about doing. What does everyone want readers? We'll talk about that next time. Let's see here. Relove This said, that's why I got love. I already have 4 kids with long natural hair to do, and my hubby now has me cutting his hair. So I said I'm either going bald or getting lots. I was tired of wigs. That's real. Our family is $50 or more depending on the fast food place. That is ridiculous for fast food. It's ridiculous. That's why I stopped getting my hair dyed, almost $300, and I have to wash and blow dry my own hair. No. But yeah, we're going to migrate over. So it's 2:00. I'll save Ben's question for next time, which is, what does everyone want readers to get out of reading their books? We'll discuss that at our next meeting. We are henceforth adjourned. If you haven't already, go ahead and make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to know where we're all heading, it's over to Amanda's channel, link in the chat, link in the description box, and she's featured on my channel. So that is it, you guys. Thank you for coming out to hang out with me, to be productive, to sprint. I appreciate you guys so much. I will be back here tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to also be productive. And I'll probably stream until 4 since Ash is starting at 6. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for being here. And until next time, I hope all your days are lovely and your books are interesting. Bye, you guys.